Squeaky wheel gets the oil. So collective, this is a general reading for all signs. I saw oil when I picked up the energy behind your cards, and I also saw an elephant. Now the elephant is the big thing that's obvious, and the oil is this, the thing that you do to fix the problem that's obvious. So this could be a theme for you guys this week, where when something comes up, it's, you're supposed to deal with it, but only when it comes up. Like, you only really oil the wheel when it's squeaky, and that's what the term means. You don't actually put the oil on the wheel until it gets squeaky. So there could be something about not jumping the gun to try to fix something before it's broken. Because the star card is also, besides the fact that there's something that is probably water, but it could be oil, it's a liquid in the picture. But besides that, the star card talks about the future. So it could be like you're preemptively trying to solve a problem that doesn't need to be solved until it is brought to your attention. So this could be something you're supposed to adopt, this strategy this week, or it's a strategy you're gonna have to adopt, because otherwise you're gonna have to deal with too many things. You're not supposed to try to prevent everything from happening. Let's see what the next couple cards are. I'm kind of curious as to where this is going. Yeah, 8 of Wands. So there's something about being hasty. Like, don't be hasty and try to put out a fire before the fire even starts. And we're talking about relationships. So you could jump the gun. Like, let's say, for example, you suddenly have an inkling your partner's cheating, and you call them out on it. You see a text that looks suspicious and you call them out. I would not do so. That is hasty. I would actually wait. Maybe you haven't even seen the text. I would wait for the fire to be visible before trying to put something out. If you don't see evidence of something, don't preemptively act. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting here, because there's really nothing wrong, and you could jump the gun. So the Judgment card with the 8 of Wands is being hasty, jumping the gun, and affecting a 4 of Wands, which is like a good, solid, stable relationship. Even if this is just like a good working relationship between two people, you could potentially fuck that up because there's a hasty response to some preemptive thing that you think needs to be addressed and probably doesn't at the moment. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. That's you guys trying to do your best. It's you doing what you think you should be doing. Unfortunately, some of you guys might act preemptively, hasty, and maybe make some hasty judgments, right? Making hasty judgments that are where it's like you've made the judgment before the wheel even squeaks. You haven't seen the evidence to make the judgment, and you're gonna deal with something before there's actually evidence to that proves that thing is really the problem, or that person is the problem. So let's pull more oracle cards and we'll find out. And then at the end, we're gonna pull advice for you guys. Tell me more about what's going on with the collective. By the way, this is all signs, so everyone's gonna get a taste of this, whether you are just witnessing it or you're on either end of it. So because it's general, you could end up on either. You could be a spectator, you could be in this, you could be like one of the main characters, right? Let's see what else comes out. Anything else here regarding the spread for the collective? Anything else for the collective? Okay, well, we have the number 3 coming back out. We had the 3 of Pentacles, and now we have just the plain old number 3. The number 3 has to do with third parties, social situations. It's a very social number. And then Aries is you, and it has to do with impulsiveness. So again, there's a sense that someone's gonna be impulsive this week, and they're gonna prejudge someone before they even do something. They're gonna assume that they're going to do something and come down on them for it, okay? So don't be that person, because that's the energy you're dealing with. You could be that person, you could be on the receiving end. Let's see what else there is actually. Yeah, it's just somebody who is overprotective or over-vigilant. Over-vigilant. We've got the cat and the number 2 with the heart. Someone who is always looking over your shoulder because they are very invested. They're just very invested. Let's say you have a manager who is kind of micromanages, is always looking over your shoulder, but it's really because they really care about their job. That's where this person is coming from, and that's where this judgment is coming from. This prejudgment based on what might happen, but hasn't actually happened yet. Coming from a place of having somebody do that to me, it's very annoying. Don't do that. If you're the person doing this, cut it out. It's really bad to have somebody looking over your shoulder, assuming you're gonna make a mistake, because to be honest, that's when mistakes actually happen. If somebody's looking for a mistake, it's almost like they draw the mistake to occur when you do that. Let's pull some advice and see what you guys can do about this. Any general advice here for the collective, please? Any advice for all my, everybody, all signs? Any advice? All right, got 2 cards. Let's see what they are here. 10 of Cups and Strength. Okay, well, the Strength card is certainly saying don't freak out on this person and don't prejudge, okay? The Strength card is saying hold back because for the sake of 10 of Cups, for the sake of harmony within a family dynamic, for the sake of harmony and for the sake of a good rapport, that's 10 of Cups, is things, it's even more than harmony. It's like permanent harmony and a good rapport with everyone around you. So for the sake of that, withhold a judgment. And if you're, and maybe you're a bystander and withhold your judgment. If somebody's being, if somebody's pointing a finger, withhold your judgment on that person who's pointing the finger because someone is being preemptive and they're kind of acting before they either have all the facts, before they have all the evidence, or before there's even a reason to act. All right, let's pull Oracle cards and then we will close out your reading. Oh, actually, before we pull the Oracle cards, on the bottom we do have the Queen of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed is micromanagement. It's somebody who is up your ass, basically. Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Swords. So don't be like that. And, you might have to stand up to someone who's acting that way because that's the energy of the week, so it's floating around. You might have to stand up to somebody who is being micromanagement, who's up your ass, who's looking over your shoulder, and who's kind of assuming that you're going to make a mistake. Let's see what we got out of the Oracle cards for advice. Anything else? Any last advice here for the collective for this week, please? Maybe we can feel, how do we deal with these people, right? How do we deal with these people? Anything else? Anything else here for advice? Oh, here we go. Sagittarius. Okay, well that's the card that first wanted to come out and really make itself known. Sagittarius is plan for the future. Plan for later. Plan for a time when you can actually take on, or a more appropriate time, because you're being hasty on a judgment on something needing to be addressed. It doesn't need to be addressed right now. It's not the appropriate time to address this thing. Do it later. Sagittarius, do it later. Neptune, gloss over it for now until a point where, you can actually deal with it 100%, where you can give your full attention. The volcano, right? The volcano is sort of everything all at once. So you give your full attention at a later time. But for now, you got to gloss over this thing. It's not the right time. If the wheel isn't squeaking, right, then it doesn't need the oil yet. You don't need to be going around oiling unsqueaky wheels, metaphorically speaking. So save your oil for the squeaky ones, because there is going to be a time when they're going to start squeaking, and you're going to need to devote your full attention to it. But for now, oiling those wheels that aren't squeaky is preemptive and presumptive, and it just doesn't make sense. So apply that in your life how it makes sense, how this advice makes sense for you. All right, guys, that's your reading. Everybody, thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to follow the channel, subscribe, and also check out Patreon if you want to support what I do. Check out, see more videos. Links should be below. With that, I'll see you guys next time.